Celebrities and the media, two words that we hear circulating in our everyday lives, especially if you're a communications major. In today's world, celebrities and their connection to the media is one of the main fascinations of the public. Whether we think Khloe Kardashian is being cheated on, or if we're speculating if Blake Lively is pregnant, society is enthralled by the ins and the outs of these people's lives. More so now than ever, with the growing prevalence of social media usage, society is able to consume what is presented as the very personal and intimate details of a celebrity's life. A huge fascination of the public in the year of 2022 was the Depp versus Heard trial that took place from mid-April to the beginning of June that ruled on allegations of defamation between formerly married American actors Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Depp filed a complaint of defamation against the defendant, his ex-wife, Amber Heard, claiming $50 million in damages. Heard, on the other hand, filed counterclaims against Depp claiming $100 million in damages. At the end of the trial, the jury found that Depp had proven all the elements of defamation for all three statements, including that the statements were false and that Heard defamed Depp with true malice. The jury awarded Depp $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages from Heard. Okay, after stating all the facts, one might think this is kind of a boring trial, right? This trial didn't have a murder or anything gory like the O.J. Simpson trial, right? It's just kind of a bunch of he said, she said, boring. Well, the public would disagree. What we'll be diving into isn't the trial itself, but the example the trial has set for the public's fascination with celebrities in the media. The Depp versus Heard trial was streamed on many platforms for the public to watch. One could be in the middle of work or a psychology class and have a YouTube tab pulled up with the trial. Let's look at a few statistics. In just 6 weeks, the broadcast had amassed a whopping 83.9 million hours watched, with 3.5 million peak viewers during the announcement of the verdict. The first 3 days of the trial, when Johnny Depp's friends and family testified, gathered only 600,000 hours watched, with only 41,000 peak viewers. However, when Depp himself began to testify in court, the number of hours watched increased by 4.5 times to 2.7 million hours watched, and the peak viewers count reached 214,000. From the witty, seemingly mindless Captain Jack Sparrow to FBI agent and mafia rat Donnie Brasco, audiences love Johnny Depp. These numbers prove how interested and invested people are in his life. These numbers only increased. These numbers speak for themselves. The average person has a deep interest in the personal life of celebrities like Johnny Depp. As a celebrity, many times personal information of relationships are attempted to be taken out of the public eye for privacy. However, through a trial of this nature, fans are able to feel a deeper connection to the celebrity of interest. As fans of a trial like this, the interest is usually invested in the person rather than the actual content of the trial. The content becomes important because of its connection to the celebrity. A main example in the last decade that has demonstrated the public's obsession with celebrities is none other than the icon herself, Britney Spears. Everyone knows the name Britney Spears, whether you're a fan of her music, her style, or her impact on pop culture. The constant media harassment to Britney, driven by the public's obsession, led eventually to her breaking point, ultimately affecting the trajectory of her entire life and career. However, the media's obsession with Britney didn't end there. It became a topic of interest yet again for the public during the court case to end the conservatorship. Britney is just one example of many who have become victims to the media and the perspective that because someone is a celebrity, we as a public have the right to know every single detail about their lives, both personal and professional. Due to the public's obsession with celebrities, tabloids as a result have been able to make large sums of money off of their image and likeliness. Although the circulation of them is down when compared to past eras, tabloids continue to exploit celebrities through paparazzi, and tabloids will pay large amounts of money to photographers for pictures of celebrities that are able to grab the reader's attention. Photographers have begun to shift their work to solely shooting celebrities because of how much the tabloids are willing to pay. Paparazzi go to the extreme to get photographs of celebrities for compensation. Often, we hear of paparazzi camping outside of celebrities' houses and stalking them in order to gain exclusive looks. The public's obsession with celebrities pushes tabloids to spend more money to grab rare information on these celebrities. For example, this photo of Britney Spears sold for $500,000 as it gave the public an insight into her current state of mind. The paparazzi knew that the public craved to see her spiraling. Therefore, they would do anything to get this shot. and money. Additionally, people have become so invested in the lives of celebrities that they have begun to theorize about the very nature of how they came to be and how they are existing now. Celebrities being involved in the Illuminati is a conspiracy theory that believers have spent countless hours analyzing and dissecting in order to prove their theory correct. Celebrities rumored to be a part of the Illuminati include high-profile A-listers such as Beyonce, Jay-Z, Madonna, and Katy Perry. People dissected a video of Katy Perry on tour, seen as to be glitching as her eye blinked strangely simulated, seen here. Although we're not going to do a deep dive into this conspiracy theory because that would take a whole nother semester of Com 107 and then some, we will express that the public's hunger to analyze this so deeply and come to a conclusion as vast and complex as this is absurd. The obsession with celebrities is clear. The public will go to the extremes of creating entirely false storylines to back what they believe as suspicious activity. While celebrities do have strange habits, it is virtually impossible for a human being to never make a mistake while the entire world is always watching. The public's obsession with celebrities now is comparable to the 1950s and 60s. Back then, for example, it was American actress Marilyn Monroe who was often followed closely by the paparazzi due to her being seen as a world-renowned sex symbol. In this era, she was married to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio, famous writer Arthur Miller, and even rumored to be in relations with President John F. Kennedy. The public was very fond of celebrity relationships in that time period and are even more interested now with far more media outlets to cover them. Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of The Public's Obsession with Celebrities. I'm your host, Rob Gabrick, and from my crew and I all behind the camera, we thank you, and we will see you next time.